Welcome to Papaul's Projects. This is the 17th video in a series on how to build a gantry crane. VSEQ 017. Thanks for watching. So we're going to talk today about the most recent mod that we've done to the gantry crane. So what I want to talk about is this mechanism that you see here and this bar that's across here. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to zoom in on a window here, and we're going to open this file, and we're going to open this A-frame, and you can see this part here which we have added is shown over here as a 3" by 2 by 1/8. It's in fact it's drawn this way, but in fact it's a 3" by 1.5" tube in reality. So this tube has been cut, fit, and we're going to now close this file, go back to this one, and we're going to look at the detail that has been added here. So we're going to zoom in on a window again, right here, and you can see that this mechanism here consists of a shaft assembly here, and we're going to open that and have a look at the components. So that consists of a shaft and an arm. The shaft has a hexagonal has hexagonal surfaces here on which the lever arm will be mounted. It's threaded. This is 1/2 inch. This is 1 inch, and this guy here will be connected up to the anti-rotation lock release pin. So we're going to close this guy here as well, going back to where we were. So again, here's the lever, and we're going to rotate around and look at the other side of it. We're going to suppress this component. Okay, well, let's save it then, if that's the way it wants to be. And we're going to attempt again to suppress this guy. And you can see that we have a washer here, and we're going to suppress this guy, suppress the nut, and suppress this washer. And this one here, we will also suppress the washer itself. And now you can see that this bushing has been put straight through. There's another washer on the other side. The chamfer that you see here is for the purpose of welding, and that chamfer here as well. So we're going to unsuppress the washer, unsuppress the nut, unsuppress this guy, and unsuppress this guy. And the last one is the lever. And so this lever can be rotated up and down, and if you look up here at the top, we don't have the anti-rotation lock mechanism on in this view, so we're going to close this view down. And you can see that the anti-rotation mechanism up here, the pin, is attached via a cable down to this point. So we're going to zoom in on that window so you can see those components. And you can see there's a fork that's been made, a cable. And then we look here, and you can see as well there's another fork. Oops. That has been attached up here to the lock pin. And by operating the lever, the lock pin is retracted, and then this complete frame assembly can be rotated on this pin that's in here, this pin right here. Okay, we're going to go back to the video itself, and we're going to look at the actual pieces that are being installed. Thanks for watching. As you can see, we've been busy over the last few days. This is the second frame that we've welded. The other one is completely finished, and you can see so what we're doing today, and I'll talk about this in a introductory video, but we've added this beam here. It's a 1.5 inch by 3 inch by 3/16 wall piece of tubing. We put a bushing through it. We put a washer on each side that's 1/4 inch thick, and we welded that in place, both sides. And that's going to be the pivot for the anti-rotation release mechanism. So I'll talk more about that, and I will have talked about more about that on the introduction to this video, and you'll see how it's going to work. So we've clamped up this piece of tubing, as you can see. We're going to put some tack welds on, and then we'll turn off the camera, and then we'll come back after we've tacked weld, and we will do a close-up of the welding. So bear with me for a second. The welder's all ready to go. I just got to put on some gloves and do some tacks. Come around behind you. Crowded, small shop presents problems all the time.
Okay, so that's fairly solidly tacked. Okay, I'm going to turn off the recording, and I'll get back to you once I've set up for a close-up for some of this welding. We've repositioned the camera so you can see the weld a little better, and we're going to zoom in on the area that we're going to be welding on. Right there. Let's see how that works. And I'm just going to go around and get set up and start welding. Okay. So like I've done in the past, I will do a small or a root pass. Okay, and then what I'm going to do is I'm going to reposition I'm going to shut off the camera, reposition myself, and I'm going to do a down hand on this side and on this side, but I'm going to do that after I do this same pass on the other side. So I'll shut you off and I'll come back probably when I get to doing the down hand. Okay. Okay, we're back. We've repositioned my sitting box, and we've zoomed in on the spot we're going to weld on. So that was a little bit hot. I put my hand on the previous weld on even the welding glove kind of felt it through there. Okay. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to weld down on what's called a downhand weld, and I'm going to start from the top and work my way down. And then that was the root, and I'm just putting a wider bead on there just to fill the radius. And now on this side. And this filler pass on top of the root. That does it. We're going to turn off the camera here and come back actually after we've turned over the entire A-frame. See you then. Well, we're coming to the end of a long week. It's been tiring and dirty. It's we have now finished both of the A-frames. The beam was finished last week. We've ground all the welds that we're going to. The next step on these beams is to transport them over to the powder coating shop and have the fellas there glass bead, prime, and powder coat them. Gonna have it powder coated in a bright yellow. There are some components on the beam and on this A-frame where I don't want them to sandblast and powder coat. And as an example, this this pivot here, and on the beam you'll see it down there. I don't want that that recess that's been machined for the bearing to have anything in it. So, as I say, it's been a long week. And as you can see, the shop has gotten pretty dirty. Yes, it has. Want to see who I'm talking to. So I'm not sure if I have enough energy to come in tomorrow and clean up the shop, and if not, then it's going to have to be the first project on Monday morning. I have enjoyed this gantry crane. I'm looking forward to assembling it and putting it to work, and we'll be talking to the fellows at the powder coating shop and see if they'll allow me to video and document the processes that they use to powder coat it. I think it would be very interesting. I've used this shop a couple of times, and they seem to put out a pretty good product. So they're local. They're about, I guess, about 3-4 miles from here. So I'll transport these over there in the back of my pickup. Might have to make a couple of trips. And on the way back, I'll arrange for, after they've been powder coated, I'll probably have to arrange for somebody with a flatbed, see if I can get a friend to bring them over on pallets, so that we will handle them minimally and protect the new paint, new powder coat that's on them. So until next week, I'm going to go home, and I think I might even have one of those brown sudsy things that people have on Friday evenings. Anyways, thanks for watching, and I'll talk to you next week.